The United States has sent vessels very close to Venezuela in what many people, including myself, believe could be a full-scale conflict in the coming days or weeks. I want to talk about the three options the United States has and how no matter what it chooses to do or not do, it is going to be put in a worse position compared to before. The first thing the United States could do is a full-scale invasion. This means many troops on the ground, the full capturing of Venezuela as a country, and a occupying force that would be there for quite some time. Now, if you think this is going to work, just look at Iraq. In 2003, they invaded, and the hope was that this would be a very quick invasion with the toppling of Saddam. Instead, America had to remain there for a decade longer, as there was a full-scale insurgency going on. This full-scale insurgency was not only costly for the US military, but it actually also drew down the public opinion globally of the United States. Surprise, surprise, public opinion actually does matter. That's why the United States spends billions of dollars in propaganda to convince the whole world that it is a peaceful, democratic country. When public opinion of America goes down globally, that means fewer countries want to have relations with the United States. Even allies often actually turn its back against America. America becomes more isolated. And as public opinion starts to decline, even in the United States, you have more growing protests and radical movements. Think about what happened during the Vietnam War, for instance. The second thing the United States could do is engage in limited strikes. The purpose of these things would be pretty much for the United States to get rid of the Venezuelan government as well as its leader, Maduro. But look at what happened in, for instance, Gaza and Lebanon. The elimination of the leader of Hamas and the leader of Hezbollah, that didn't actually end these movements. What ended up happening was there was just new leaders who took the place. And likewise, these kind of limited strikes wouldn't actually get rid of the Venezuelan government, in my opinion. And even if it did, President Maduro has actually already been distributing weapons to citizens for them to resist the Americans. So this wouldn't actually really change anything. What it would do is it would actually lead to just public condemnation and probably many countries in Latin America also turning against the United States. The third and final thing the United States could do, and this is what I want it to do, is to do nothing. This means that the ships that are sent close to Venezuela, this is just a bluff and intimidation tactic. This would be great. I hope this does happen. But the reason why the United States doesn't want to do this is because Venezuela is an example for the world. This is a country that is socialist, or even if you don't think it's socialist in its aspirations. If Venezuela is able to remain, to succeed, if it is able to do so, even just to survive under the many sanctions that the United States has imposed on it, other countries will follow that example. And the United States does not want that. So for that reason, I unfortunately think that what we're going to see is probably some sort of conflict very soon. I hope I'm wrong in that opinion. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments, like, share, really appreciate it.